Hi guys, welcome to this month's Q&A. So yeah, crack on, Raj.
All right. I think it's been a while since the last video you made, so why now?
I guess this is in reference to the music video. Well, you only tend to make music videos when you sort of release them as almost singles,
Yeah.
I guess, and we haven't done that since the last album. So that's the reason, really, I guess. Can you think of any? I mean,
No.
I don't think music videos are quite complicated and sometimes expensive to make, and as much as we'd like to make a music video for every single song, that's just not really practical unless we had a big budget behind us. So I think you just do them when the album's coming out because they're a means of promotion, basically.
All right. How do you sync the music to the video or get everything to be in time with the video?
Well, you can comment on this.
Well, we had a PA system set up and we had the song playing and I was playing along to the song and the guys were playing along to me.
And we could sort of hear it as well,
Yeah.
so I was playing onto that as well. You also did that thing where you put an extra click track at the start of the song.
So it had a count in so we all came in the right place.
Yeah, which helps to sync things up. Although, having said that, I realised when I was going back through the drone footage that it wasn't recording sound.
That's going to be fun.
That one, so that I had to sync up literally by Raj's arms.
Ah.
Yeah. So that took a long time. But that's the only thing I've done so far that took so long. But it was fun. Also, one other thing about the miming that I guess maybe this will be a question later, so I might be jumping ahead, but like the thing that felt weird for me was that I can't really mime singing, so I just had to do it. And so that like all you could really hear was very quiet music, loud drums and loud vocals in a field. So it was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was very strange, but there you go.
It was very odd.
Yeah, but after you've done it a couple of times, you just kind of accepted that was the reality, and so you just carried on. It was fine. It was fun.
I am so happy you guys are doing a video. Does it help express something else you can't express with the music for the song? Can you explain what it is?
Interesting. I mean, this one was kind of performance-based, wasn't it? And I guess, anytime you add an extra element, like a visual element, it is expressing something different. Whether it's directly related to the subject matter of the song, I don't think always matters, really. I think it can be a completely separate piece of art in its own right, a music video. I like making them, and I do honestly probably wish we could make more, and we will make at least one other. But they are a lot of work because we tend to do it, as always, do it ourselves. So that means it's a lot of work to do it. So that kind of stops us doing lots and lots of them, I think.
That's probably another reason why we don't do lots and lots of them. Who pays to make the video? Is it you guys or does the label help out? Is there much money to be made from releasing video, i.e. YouTube fees, etc.?
Okay, well, I can only base this on our experience so far, so things may change. But it's like anything to do with a record deal, really. I mean, we're now on our third record deal, and so each record we've changed record labels. And I think in my experience, unless you're quite lucky, especially within our scene, to get a record label to be starting to pay for things in advance before the release, they would probably have had to have some history with you. Yeah, like had some experience of you being a success, so they're willing to then invest. Because as it is, they've invested money in us in the actual record itself, like the production of the record itself, which is a considerable amount of money. And music videos can cost a lot of money if you get somebody completely separate to do it. Now, we don't do that, we do it ourselves, and so that's how we save the money, and that's how we are able to do it ourselves. Maybe after this record's released, if the same label wants to pick up our next record, and if this record has been successful financially, then maybe they will offer to pay for things like music videos or maybe even studio time, who knows. But you have to build that relationship with the record label first and have a basis of success for them to be willing to invest more money. In terms of the YouTube fees, things like that, unfortunately, since we've been on YouTube, it keeps changing. I don't know if any of you guys know this, but and our channel actually got demonetized because we didn't have enough subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. But basically, in all honesty, I think some of it's our fault. I think we didn't invest enough time in the early days of the band in YouTube in making videos. It was literally just music videos. There wasn't anything else, no vlogs or anything like that. And nowadays it's all about content, obviously, and the peoples that have a lot of subscribers either built that up in the very early stage with buzz or whatever, or they just constantly put stuff on. And so the truth of it is that I don't think we actually technically have enough subscribers for it to be monetized. Now that doesn't mean that any of our stuff wasn't monetized. I think like our previous music video that our label put up, like The Death of All, I think that was monetized, but that money will be going towards paying off or recouping, as it's called, our last record deal. So it's such a small amount of money anyway that you get from each of these plays. You would need to be getting 1 million plays to make it anything, worthwhile.
Yeah, so. And like the point of the music video is just kind of to build up hype so people buy the album, right? Yeah. So it helps make money in that way, but you don't really,
indirect.
Yeah, you don't really directly make money from a music video.
No, you can if you have loads of subscribers and if you get loads of views, then yes, and your channel's monetized.
But we're talking like hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, and that's just basically not a point where our channel's at yet. Like I say, through some fault of our own, through the fact that YouTube has changed very rapidly since we've been on it. And it went from something which was just something people occasionally put music videos on to something which is like effectively a means of streaming entertainment, for want of a better way of putting it.
People don't watch TV anymore, so
no,
like
exactly. Yeah,
Kerrang and Scuzz.
Exactly. So it's all very different now. So we never really expect to directly make money from a music video, and that's why we try to keep the costs as low as possible, and that's why we tend to do things ourselves.
All right. Did you all find it easy pretending to play music in a field, or is it quite hard?
What did you think?
Being able to hear, staying in time, because the PA wasn't very loud.
No. I don't think it was probably allowed to be, actually. Yeah. Let's be honest. Because we were in the middle of a field.
Yeah. But like you said earlier, once you've done it a couple of times, you kind of get into the swing of things. I wasn't really pretending, was I? I was actually playing the song on my drum
exactly.
Set,
and also, we hadn't actually played together for a while. Yeah. We hadn't had a rehearsal or had a gig for a while. And actually, there was a part of it, even though, obviously, it didn't sound anything like we sound, but you're still kind of playing together. Yeah. Or you're at least vibing together. And I was like, I missed this. And it was like, and we actually talked about, it's a shame we didn't have a generator. Yeah. Because we just had our jams. But we were obviously in the middle of a field. And the actual PA itself was like battery powered. Yeah. Which is probably why it wasn't that powerful. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest. So there you go. Yeah, so it was strange, but, it was fun. I quite liked it. Yeah. I just think it is a strange thing to do, and watching the footage back, it's weird, because I remember being there and doing that. I mean, you watch the footage back and it looks completely different from how it felt. Yeah. That's the only way I can describe it, really.
Since you've been gigging the new tunes, have they changed much since the recording?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're always going to, because these new songs, obviously, were written over lockdown, and I don't know if you guys remember, but we hadn't played them together before. They were all written and done, and then we hadn't properly played them in a live sense, and then we started playing them live, which is the opposite of how we usually do things. Usually rough everything out live, then go into the studio. So it's been all completely reversed the way this new album has been, and so that's led to, I think, the songs that we wrote were songs that were written for an album, not necessarily written for live, and so some of the changes we've made have been to make them more accessible and easier to put into a set, and easier to. At first we didn't do that. At first we just chucked them in as they were, and we kind of like, that's not quite working. Yeah, because we hadn't had that thing before where we'd been able to test out what aspects work, and so we've kind of been finessing, and the interesting thing will be that when you see us live, you'll hear a version of the song, and then when you eventually get your hands on the album, you'll be like, there's a different version. They're not drastically different.
No.
They're kind of, it's more things like kind of intros and things like that like you can be a bit more self-indulgent on a record, whereas live you might need to get to that riff a bit quicker. Yeah.
Who is Morass? What? Come on, Rob. Who is the best worst at miming in Morass?
Are you the best worst?
Yeah, I don't know. This is...
It's best worst?
Best/worst.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. Okay.
It's just worded really weirdly, Rob. You need to try that harder.
Yeah. I mean, I think you are probably really good at miming because
But I wasn't miming.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, see, this is the thing. It's actually because you were just playing, weren't you? So maybe
You can't.
And I was actually singing, so technically I wasn't miming. So maybe it was Phil.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he wasn't miming though, was he? Because he was actually playing his guitar.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really mime.
It's
like when you're drumming in a music video because the cymbals don't move. And it would look really rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange. Miming is just a strange thing because obviously when you think of miming, like you think of something where you're pretending, and in a way you are, but also we're doing something very familiar to ourselves. We are so used to playing gigs and we're so used to what that bit of the song feels like that I would say it's almost muscle memory more than miming. You're kind of like you're going through the motions of what you would normally do. The big difference is that amp isn't actually plugged in. So you're still actually playing all the notes on the guitar and all that and doing all the leg kicks. Of course you got to do the leg kicks and everything and all the guitar raises and things. So I would say that Phil. Let's just say it. Let's just
Phil.
Let's just say it's Phil. Yeah, it's definitely Phil.
What is each member's favourite music video?
Bloody hell! Didn't do any research for this question at all. It's a really tough one. Okay, it's one that I've been watching recently. There's a song called Deutschland by Rammstein, which is amazing. You need to watch it. It's like a film. It's ridiculous. That's really good.
Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. It's set in Egypt where he turns into like the dust and
it spins around. It's got Eddie Murphy in.
He plays a pharaoh.
Yeah. That was a good video. Yeah.
If you could choose a movie set to film a music video on, which would it be? Star Wars Millennium Falcon not allowed.
Oh damn it. Okay. Raj would probably want to film one in The Matrix.
I was going to say From Dusk Till Dawn. We could be that band.
Oh yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
In the
Titty Twister.
The Titty Twister. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Definitely in the Titty Twister.
As a band, how has the landscape changed post-pandemic, booking tours, etc.? How do you balance paid work against being in a band with tours and concerts still up in the air?
Okay. So there's quite a few questions there, isn't there? Well, things still haven't recovered as far as I'm concerned, and things have just changed. I don't think they're ever going to completely go back to the way they were. We are learning to navigate the new landscape, as it says.
Wow, good. Referring back to the question, nice.
I know, it was good. But I don't know. In terms of balancing paid work, I don't think that has...
You did it again. Oh, sorry.
That hasn't really changed, has it?
No.
It hasn't changed.
We tour during school holidays.
Yeah. So in a way, our approach to it hasn't changed. It's just got more difficult to book them, and to everything's more difficult. But like we haven't. I don't think there is a different way of doing it.
No.
If there is, let us know. But yeah, we just keep doing the same thing we're doing. It's just got a little bit more difficult to do than it was before. So
that's it.
Okay. Cheers, guys. Thanks for the questions. Sorry they're a bit late this month. And hopefully we'll see some of you guys at a gig soon. The next gig is October the 21st in London at the Black Cart. So maybe see some of you there. Or the last one of the year is The Swamp on the 9th of December. So cheers again for supporting us, you lovely Patreons. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.